Hey, you guys. It is Renelle Brooks with Purpose and Power. Another episode, but not just any episode. This is our final episode for season 1. We made it, guys. Can you believe it? 20 episodes. This is our 20th episode, and I am so excited. Welcome to the final episode of season 1 of the Purpose and Power podcast. Again, I am your host, Renelle Brooks. And listen, before I say anything else, guys, I just want to say thank you for real. If you've been rocking with me through this season, whether you caught every episode or you just popped in when the titles hit you, thank you so much. This really has been a journey, and I'm so grateful that we have taken this journey together. So now today, we're not breaking down a topic. We're not mapping out a strategy. We're just going to talk. So since this is the final episode of season 1, I just want to pause and reflect on everything that we've walked through and where we're headed next. So let's talk about it. This season, we started from the very beginning, guys. I gave you frameworks and conversations that I had wished I had when I started Purpose Inc. And honestly, even when I was knee-deep in the nonprofit world, working in policy, food security, housing initiatives, and you name it, I wish that I had this information. It would have been such a great help to me. So we walked through what it means to build on purpose, not just for money, not just to be seen, but because you carry something valuable. And we ask those hard questions. Is your business purpose-driven or profit-driven? We ask what your why is, and have you really sat with it? Have you really sat with what your why is? We talked about what problem you're solving, and then also, that you're the solution. We talked about divine downloads, but the real work is turning those into strategic steps. And we covered core values, guys. We covered a lot. We have covered a lot. We've covered those core values, company culture, and even what to do when you don't have a big budget, but you still have a big dream. Hello? Bartering, the hustle exchange, guys. Those hustle exchanges will keep you moving. And it's not saying that, we don't make money, because we want to make money. But also, it's giving you an opportunity to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward when you can strategize for someone else to assist you. Remember, guys, those need to be mutually beneficial, and you want to make sure that the people that you're working with are vetted, they can be trusted, they have skill set to bring to the table, so you're not the only one that's bringing something to the table. If I can be honest, the thread through it all, everything that we've talked about and we learned up until now within this podcast, is you don't have to have it all figured out, but you do need to build from a clear foundation. Again, you guys, if you have been listening to the episodes, you know that I beat clarity into the ground. Clarity. You have to be clear on what it is that you're doing. That starts with a firm foundation. And we went through a lot of steps to give you a good sense how you can build a strong foundation and then do what it is that you are called to do in an excellent manner. Guys, remember, we want to work in excellence. So guys, I want to talk about something special, and I gave you a little hint a couple of episodes ago. After spending this whole season pouring out all the value into the podcast and all of the episodes, I decided to put it all in one place. And it's called the Purpose Playbook. And if you remember, I hinted to you a little bit a couple of episodes ago by giving you the title, The Purpose Playbook. I didn't say anything, but I wanted to surprise you that everything that we have learned this season is all going to be in one place. It's going to be a downloadable workbook that it has prompt, guys. It has everything in there. If you missed the episodes, you can always go back back through the episodes once you get the playbook. It's going to be your new favorite resource. I know you guys are going to love it. It's something that is going to be simple to follow. It is full of information. You guys know I am a coach, so my job is to pull information out of you that you don't even know it's in there. And that happens through asking the right questions. So the book is full of questions. Sometimes people come to me and they feel like I don't have anything to offer, but that's really untrue. That is not the truth. Everyone has something to offer. You just don't know how to dig it out. And so the playbook, guys, the playbook has information in there that's going to help you begin to dig those things up and say, hey, I do have this skill. I do have this resource. I do have this ability to do X, Y, or Z. And you will be surprised once you start answering the questions, once you start looking at the prompts, once you start filling out the workbook, you will be surprised how much you have on the inside of you. And once you pull that information out, the playbook will guide you and how you're going to walk that through into your nonprofit or your business or whatever project that you're working on. All of the information within this season that I've given you is so that you can build a wonderful foundation, getting started and getting your project going. And I really wanted to do that because, guys, my heart is that you fulfill your purpose. I want you to fulfill your purpose on an individual level, but also in a nonprofit. Your purpose, what is the purpose of that nonprofit? What is the purpose of that business? And so I want you guys to have the tools necessary to be able to fulfill what you are supposed to do. So it's a really, really good playbook, guys, not just because I created it, but because it actually walks you through how to use everything we talked about in this season. It has the prompts, like I said. It has tools, it has exercises, and some of the steps that I give my coaching clients and consulting partners when we're working through. So when season 2 starts, the playbook will officially be live and ready for you. And of course, I am going to let you know. So now that we finished season 1, you're probably wondering, what can you do with all of this information? So let's talk about it. What can you actually do with what you have learned? My suggestion is to go back and re-listen to the episodes with a notebook in hand. You know, I always say, get your pen and paper or get your digital notebook and get to writing. Write yourself some notes, take down some strategies so that you can start fulfilling those dreams and those purposes. Go back and start outlining your mission, your audience, and your offer. We didn't really get into that much about what your offer should be, and that's going to be a sneak peek for season 2. So we're going to talk about that in season 2, but get honest about your mission. Also get honest about where you are stuck and reach out for help. I'm here, Purpose Inc. is here. You're welcome to schedule a free initial consultation. It's a 30-minute session, and we talk about what your needs are. We talk about what my skill set is and how I can be of help. At least you can get started and get on the ball to see where you want to go. Also, you want to pull out your vision. Pull your vision out of the clouds, guys. We're not dreaming anymore. We have actionable steps we can take. We have tools that we can use to make progress. So pull your vision out of the clouds, guys, and get clear on where you are. Get clear on what you need to do next. Get clarity on what the vision is. Remember that unsexy launch we talked about? Kendra, the boss architect, she coined that term, and I want to give her credit, but she coined the term unsexy launch. So I want you to think about this, because the key is not perfection, but it is progress. Don't let being perfect and having everything all together stop you and make you procrastinate when you could be getting things done. So I want you to start moving in progress. And guys, you don't have any excuse now, because you have the tools. You can get the playbook, and that will help you along. So you're probably wondering, what else is there to talk about? Plenty. There is a lot to talk about. So season 2, we're going to level all the way up. We're going to be talking about systems. We're going to be talking about workflows. We're going to talk about automations. And if we have time, logical frameworks and how to operate like an organization or a business with impact and order, meaning excellence. Guys, I have always said from the beginning, we're special, we are different, and we want to do everything we do in excellence. So whether you're planning to run a nonprofit, whether you're launching a social enterprise or just kind of pivoting your business, I have had clients come to me and they're saying, okay, we've gotten this far, but we need to shift and pivot and we need to do something else. So you may be in that situation as well. Season 2 is going to help you build with less chaos and more clarity, guys. So here's what I want you to do before I wrap up this final episode of season 1. So I want you to make a list. You know, I always have you do homework. So grab your paper, grab your pen, get your digital notebook and start typing. Make a list of 3 things you have learned from this podcast that you actually want to apply. Share your favorite episode with somebody who's building something too. Sharing is caring, guys. So share your favorite episode with somebody that is building as well. I want you to join the Purpose Inc. newsletter, and you can find that on my website, which I will put in the description. So you don't want to miss the drop for the Purpose Playbook. Also, you don't want to miss the launch for season 2. So you can join the newsletter at www.purposeinc, like Purpose Inc. .life. Remember, guys, you are powerful. You are needed. We need what you have. You are the solution. If you're listening to this, it is not by accident. You're not just running a business. You are building a solution. You are the solution. And this is so important, what I'm about to say next, guys. You are restoring dignity. There are people, and this is hits close to home to me, because there are people that are in poverty, people that are unhoused, people that need different services, and you're the solution to that. So when you bring your solution, you are restoring dignity, you are creating impact, and you are making legacy moves. There are generations after you that are going to need what you have and what you are offering. And if you have family members, if you have partners in the business, if you have board members that will carry on the legacy, my mind comes to intellectual property. Guys, get intellectual property, and maybe we'll talk about that. It's so much to talk about, but have something in the earth that will not go away, that once you are passed on, that people will still remember and people will still see what your legacy was. So again, you're making legacy moves. I'm honored to be a part of your solution, guys. I'm honored to be in your corner. So this wraps up season 1 of the Purpose Empower podcast. Until next time, I want you guys to stay purpose-led and power-driven.